There's nobody else to look at, nobody else to blame.
All this, no other individual to take a gander at, no other individual to fault, no one that could truly fix it. This most recent claim charges the music tycoon group a lady quite a while back when she was just 17. A lady distinguished as Jane Doe claims she was 17 when Shaw comes and two others dealt her for, and we used to have these jugs, right? And on this jug they be ordinary Moab bottles. On them bottles, not too far off they been to have something to cause the young ladies to be genuine date. Eros and the entirety of this sort of stuff. So when you get up, they resemble don't contact them bottles not too far off. And just beverage them bottles not too far off. Put Molly in music winner Diddy has at long last ended his quietness on developing claims of say after a fourth claimed casualty. Documented a claim guaranteeing she was ganged and dealt when she was only 17 by Diddy and his partners in the meantime. F. Penny affirmed that all the returns from his impending narrative on Diddy will be given to help survivors of say, and he additionally embroiled Diddy's dear companion Rick Ross, proposing that Ross should be examined. Two tales are presently circumventing that Diddy and Ross took part in freak-offs together, and Fiddy intends to spill the tea on, and that's only the tip of the iceberg in his narrative concerning this new claim against Diddy. It has a trigger admonition on the first page, very much like Cassie's. The subtleties are very upsetting, and the claim even incorporates photo graphs of Diddy with his supposed casualty, and keeping in mind that legitimate specialists are presently saying this claim will presumably prompt lawbreaker accusations against Diddy. Guaranteed he will battle for reality sources are likewise saying Diddy will attempt the R. Kelly system to get the general population on his side. As you most likely recollect, R. Kelly did a meeting asking individuals to trust him, yet we as a whole expertise that turned out with my insane past and what I've experienced. Gracious, right now I simply think I should be a beast and hold young ladies despite their desire to the contrary, chain them up in my storm cellar, and don't allow them to eat, and don't let them out except if they need a few shoes down the road from their uncle. Stop it. You all quit playing quick. Playing I didn't do this stuff, this isn't me. I am battling for my life, you all killing me with this. I get you 30 years of my Robert, 30 years of my vocation. You all attempting to kill me, you killing me, mate. And say it's not regarding music. I'm attempting to have a relationship with my children and I can't do it. I would rather not really accept that reality. You would rather not really accept that it. As of now, we momentarily stop the meeting to give Kelly a second, his marketing expert assist with quieting him down. I trust this camera. Continue going. No. We will let the camera going. This is all there is to it. Doesn't appear to be legit. How could I hold this multitude of ladies? So is this the end for Diddy? And will 50 Cent wind up uncovering Rick Ross and all the other people who purportedly empowered Diddy's violations? How about we stall down? Everything falls on you. No other individual anyway. Your inclination is you. Anything circumstance you're in and you're leaving yourself alone in, it's you. Diddy is confronting another upsetting exposition claim, and the supposed casualty claims she was only 17 when Diddy and Hair Pierre, the leader of Terrible Kid Diversion, sedated, attempted, and dealt her across state lines. The lady utilized a similar legal counselor. See, he did. Douglas Wigger, a high-profile lawyer who won various extravagant decisions and aided bring down Harvey Weinstein and numerous other influential men who were viewed as at fault for say the claim, documented by Jane Doe, has a trigger admonition for profoundly realistic data of a sexual nature, including SA, and it expresses that the claims are in numerous ways significantly more deplorable than those brought by Diddy's earlier casualty. And when you read the claim, it's unmistakable why they said this. Jane Doe claims that in 2003, when she was just 17 and in the 11th level, she was dealt and ganged by Mr. Combs, Mr. Pierre, and the third assailant. As per the claim, the third assailant is a nom de plume. When the name of the third assailant is uncovered during disclosure, Jane Doe will correct the claim to supplant the alias claimed casualty, guarantees that she met Harvey Pierre and the third assailant in a parlor in the Detroit, Michigan region, and Pierre demanded that he was dearest companions with Mr. Brush's Pierre then, at that point, purportedly called Diddy, and Jane Doe claims Diddy, who was 34 at the time, persuaded her to go with Mr. Pierre and the third assailant on a personal luxury plane to come to his Studio in New York City, Jane Doe claims that before they left for the personal luxury plane, Harve Pierre smoked rocks in a restroom at the parlor. And Esther the claim states she was then accompanied to a personal luxury plane by Pierre III assailant and one more man, and they traveled to Teterboro, New Jersey, where sous vides were hanging tight for them at the air terminal. Janio claims they headed to Daddy's home recording studio, possessed and worked by Diddy and Terrible Kid and Diddy, and his partners Heat her with medications and liquor, ultimately to the point that she could never have assented to having with anybody substantially less somebody 2 times her age. She claimed she was ganged by Diddy, the teacher. Heard as Saillant and Herr Pierre. In a specific order, she then proceeds to portray the grisly subtleties of the assault and cases Diddy sat and looked as she was tried by others while beseeching them to stop. The claim expresses that after the third assailant was done, Mr. Pierre went ahead at saying Miss Doe afterward brutally constrained her to give him oral, during which Miss Doe was stifling and attempting to inhale. As per Jane Doe, when Pierre completed, he let her in the restroom B and she fell into the fetal position and lay on the floor as her genitals were in torment. She additionally asserts she could scarcely stand up following the paxe and must be assisted with leaving the structure and back into a vehicle. As per the claim, she was returned to an air terminal and flown back to Michigan. The claim then, at that point, proceeds to say that dissimilar to numerous casualties who have approached after many years, Miss Doe can demonstrate that she not just met Mr. Combs on the night BEGS referred to yet, was in his studio in New York City with him on that evening. Jane Doe presented different photographs required the evening of the assault when she was only 17, and one photograph shows her sitting in Diddy's lap, and keeping in mind that legitimate specialists are currently saying this will prompt crook accusations against Diddy, ended his quietness on Instagram, only hours after this claim was documented, and denied everything, blaming his supposed casualties for pursuing his cash. Composed, that's the last straw. For the most recent few weeks, I have sat quietly and watched individuals attempt to kill my personality, obliterate my standing, and my heritage. Nauseating claims have been made against me by people searching for a speedy payday. Let me be tour I didn't do any of the horrendous things being affirmed. I will battle for my name, my family, and for reality. Sean Diddy brushes sources near the circumstance are likewise saying that Diddy will attempt to utilize the similar procedure. Indicted shipper R. Kelly involved paint himself as the person in question and his informers as cash-hungry liars. Without further ado, before he was seen as blameworthy and condemned to 31 years in jail, R. Kelly plunked down for a meeting with Gail Lord and stalled crying and guaranteed that he was honest and every one of the casualties were lying. I'm going let you know something, tell you whom said about you, the thing ladies said about me, what ladies, so no one's permitted to be distraught. Got me and be hated and lie on me, so they're lying on you. That is your clarification. They're lying on you, totally you. Feel that individuals have insulted your personality. I have been killed. I've been covered alive. Gracious, right now, I assume I should be a beast and hold young lady against their wheel, tie them up in my storm cellar, and don't allow them to eat, and don't let them out except if they need a few shoes down the road from their uncle. Stop it. You all quit playing, quit play. I didn't do this stuff, this isn't me. I am battling for my life, you all killing me with this. I get you 30 years of my around Robert, so it seems to be Diddy will attempt similar equation. All egotists utilize the Darvo strategy, which means deny assault and opposite casualty and wrong dar. Well, perceive the way this will work out in court on the off chance that Diddy is criminally indicted. Yet before that, we'll get more understanding into Diddy's supposed wrongdoings and his accomplice from 50 Pen. I's forthcoming narrative. Fiddy as of late affirmed that his creation organization Unit Movies and TV is fostering a narrative that will investigate every one of the charges about Diddy, and Fiddy guaranteed he would bring more receipts. And afterward, after the fourth suite was recorded against Diddy, Fiddy reported he'll give all the returns from the narrative to help say casualties. He composed My God 17 was nobody untouchable. This narrative will blow you away. Did he make it happen or not? Coming soon. However, at that point, FY shared another post apparently ensnaring Diddy's companion Rick Ross in say claims Biddy shared a clasp from a new meeting with previous Awful Kid craftsman Imprint Curry, who conceded Diddy used to spike jugs of champagne and give ladies pills. Fiddy blended this video with bits of Rick Ross' dubious tune where he apparently